Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be converting this blank Photoshop document to this perfect illustration. Hit it. So first things first, you open Photoshop, obviously. Select a new document while ignoring my other photography jobs that are on the screen right now. Select new. I usually like starting off with a square. Select your brush tool, put on your pressure sensitivity and your opacity sensitivity. I'm using a Huion canvas. I always like starting with some swirly lines to test the pressure sensitivity of my brush before I do any artwork. It's a habit and I stand by it. You don't have to do this too, but if you do, that will be copying, but that's the point of this tutorial. So first of all, the sketch. Think of your sketch like the foundation of your building. You can't build a house if you don't know what that house looks like. So I like starting from the head down to the rest of the body, and with the power of editing, we shall speed this up. You know what? This is not the power of editing. This is actually my sketch speed. Let's go with that. Line in the beginning. What a good way to start. Yeah, this is my actual sketch speed. So there you go. Hands, chest, leg. Let's draw a girl by the side. You can tell she's a girl by her boobs. Another guy on the right. Yes. Gender equality. Some demons all around. That sounds pretty good. So the next thing I do when I'm done with my sketch, I usually like to flip the canvas around. Flip it vertical, flip it horizontal, to make sure it looks good from all angles. So it's like looking in the mirror. You want to look in the mirror while rotating up and down. So next, some details, some eyes. You know what? Let's make him smile. He looks happy to be here. We're all happy to be here. Let's make him smile. Give him some outfit. Yada. Give him a weapon, a spear. Make the other guy on the side. Let him smile too. You know what? It's a party. She's also happy to be here. You know what? Let's make these demons also smile. They are also very happy to be here. With their hands in the air. Oh my god, this is looking like a concert. You know what? This taken out of the wrong context. It looks like they're really having a good time at the show. So next we create a new layer, and that will be our line art layer. We reduce the opacity of our sketch layer to about 12. We do our line arts. Yes. This is actually my drawing speed. Yeah, definitely my drawing speed. So next thing we do is for the shadows and the highlights, and in order to do that, we're going to pick 2 shades of gray. So we're not going as far as 50 shades of gray. This is a lot easier. 2 shades of gray and the whites. The darker shade of gray, shadows, the lighter shade of gray, background, and the white highlights. So we start putting the shadows. While putting the shadows, you need to make up your mind on what direction the light is coming through. And drawings without shadows kind of look very flat. It's very bad enough this is a 2D drawing. Don't want it to look more 2D than it is. I always find that shadows always add good depth to your image. So add your shadows everywhere that matters, not everywhere. Like the clothes. As you can see here, immediately you put the shadows, you can really feel the wrinkles go down his clothes, and you can really tell he doesn't iron. Yes, definitely. Okay, on his pants, right there between his legs. Oh, on scalp, let's not forget about that. Her eyes, her mouth, her neck, her hair, below her hair, above her hair, her hands, her armpits. This kind of sounds like I'm pointing out where to scrub when you bathe. Well, shadows in everywhere that matter. There and there and there. Her wrapper, her ties. And there you go. Next, you create a new layer. Well, almost done. Not done yet. And I think we're done. Yep, we're definitely done. So we create a new layer. That will be our highlights, and you select whites. So highlights is, it says the highlights of the picture. It's where the lights are reflecting on the image. So I like putting some rim lights. I always keep my highlights a little bit not too close to the shadows because you want them to really stand out, because the highlights are the points of your subjects that the lights are hitting the most, and you know it's going to be as far as possible from the shadows. So if that helps. Oh, let's not forget our boobs. Yeah, right there. And there to also make the wrinkles a little bit more dramatic. And there you go, highlights. I think that's done. So next, I think next we have to color. So by picking your magic wand tool, you select, okay, make sure you close up all the gaps in your line art. If not, you always have this happening to you. The selection will be leaking. So close up. Good. So the magic wand select tool, click, invert selection, new layer. Yes, create a new layer, then select a color. I like selecting blue, and just, you know, paint bucket that shit on top. There we go. And this is to help us separate our subjects from background. So let's clean up these gaps right between their legs, because trust me, you would want to clean between their legs. Right there, right there. In between the guy and the girl, yeah, her waist, the spare on her head, the holes on the spare, and oh, one more gap between the legs, and we delete that. Cool. And then always make sure to put your color layer on the blending mode, multiply over your line arts. And there we go. So we use our color picker. You can use our eye. I always do that to select the right shade of brown from the previous arts. And while selecting the brush tool and painting on the color layer, we paint on some skin. And we do this for virtually every other part. Their skin, their clothes, you know, be creative. Pick up some colors that really make your image stand out. You know what, this part is a little bit boring, so I'm just going to play some song over this to speed up the process. And we're done. I even added some part that I forgot to record, the glow on the demons, but don't be scared. Next, what next? Okay, you know what, let's move to the girl on the right. Character design usually have some glowing hands, eyes, and her belly button. So while using the selection tool, lasso tool, we select the line out of our stomach, create a new layer, and invert it. We're going to do the same for the eyes. That's that left eye. Create a new layer, drop it right there, and invert it. Select the next eye. Create a new layer, move it, and invert it. Let's do the same for our hands, since we want our hands also to glow. And good, the other hand, and perfect. New layer, move, and invert. So basically we want the hands to look something like this. So let's pick this green. So while selecting those layers, of course we turn white, we've merged them. You select them by, of course, holding Control and clicking on the layer. I'm going to paint them green, the eyes, yes, I think that's all. Oops, I think, oh, I almost forgot the belly button. I think I did forget the belly button. Let's go there and make that green also. Yes, how patriotic of me. I'm Nigerian, by the way. So next, we want to make these hands white. So while selecting white, we go to the color layer and paint that white. Yes, just paint that white. You need to be really careful around the hand. So Just our hands are still white. Let's zoom up a little bit and then paint, paint, paint. Then my hands are really shaking today. Someone will watch this and be like, did you know that artist that paints like he has Parkinson's? His hands are really shaky. But there you go, there you go. Just have to be careful. And we're done with this hand. Off to the next hand. You know, if you ask me, I don't think these are looking white enough, but I think we'll brighten that after we're done. So let's move to the eyes. The eyes. I know you were wondering why we didn't paint the eyes earlier. That's why. Her belly button. Her belly button. Yes, yes, yes. And while selecting that layer, we brighten up the whites. Yes, let's make it really stand out. Nice and bright. Nice and bright. So the next thing we do, we're going to make these hands glow. And in order to do that, we select the layer we painted green earlier, the line work. We duplicate it, Ctrl J, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, about 10. And then we duplicate that again. And then filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And there we go. The perfect glow. And we just merge those layers together. You know what, while we're in the area of glow, let's give the guy on the left, his name is Haruna, let's make his eyes glow yellow. So we just soft brush tool, just brush right on it, and then we change the blending mode to overlay. Perfect, we have made him glow. So what next, what next, what next in this image? You know what, let's change this background color. Let's make it gray. Let's make it gray. We go to filter, camera raw filter, we put some noise on it and maybe some vignetting. Let's give it some character. Nice. Darker. So we're going to put some rim light on her. So basically this rim light is kind of our hands that are glowing right on her body. So to do this is just to select the green brush tool, paint around the edges. And then we change the blend mode to lighting. Yeah, that seems fair. That seems good enough. You know what, that's not good enough. That's perfect. Next, oh, almost forgot this right there, her little zipper. I think we're almost done. So next, let's put some patterns on her wrapper. We pick this up, we stretch it, we expand it, we stretch it to insinuate how the wrapper on her waist is actually stretched out. We mask it, cut it out, and then we pick a blending mode that best suits it. This might take a while. Just trying to figure out the best blending mode. Yeah, I think this is perfect. I think this, we're going to go with this. This looks good enough. So there you have it. An illustration from my upcoming animation series called Deity. And you can also change the background by drawing up a background or, you know, downloading something. So this is the final product. Enjoy.
Say I want time, I got it. Got my dark shades on, get my clock. 2 times, she's on fire. She a busy body.
So remember to like, subscribe, and click on that notification. I'm thinking of doing more illustration tutorials. I hardly ever do illustration tutorials. And I'll see you back in the next video. Bye. Shit, on the say be my order.